Now, Wave 31 Storm Tracker Chief Meteorologist Taylor Knust with 31 Triple Doppler.
Melissa mentioned a moment ago, a lot of cities hitting triple digits, and we have one in our neck of the woods.
That's right. Muscle Shoals has reached the 100 mark for the first time this season. So, rest of us just falling shy with the actual temperature, but it feels like.
Yeah, it sure feels like triple digits, doesn't it?
Yeah, that humidity is rough out there today, no doubt about that. So, we continue to have an alert day in effect both today and tomorrow for that high heat. It's dangerously hot out there right now, and that will remain a problem on Saturday as well. Forecast highs both today and tomorrow in the mid-90s to near 100. Heat index higher than that in the 105 to 114 range. The peak heating is 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. tomorrow, so just like today, another dangerously hot day in the offering for us in North Alabama on Saturday. As we mentioned, it is 100 degrees in Muscle Shoals right now. The rest of us well into the 90s across north central Alabama. Huntsville at 95, Athens at 96 degrees. We had a little bit of stormy weather in the far eastern part of our area around lunchtime today, and that has brought us a little bit of a cool down to the Sand Mountain region this afternoon. Still, though, it is humid everywhere with dew points well into the 70s. These are about as high as these numbers get any time of the year. 76 the dew point in Huntsville and 77 in Coleman. So when you factor that in, the heat index well above 100 for a lot of us, feeling like 112 in Athens and 105 in Decatur at this moment. As we head into the evening, most of us are likely to stay dry for at least the next several hours, so this high heat is here to stay for the next few hours at least. Heat index values will stay above the 100-degree mark through about 7 o'clock and then should fall into a little bit more favorable weather as we head into the overnight hours. We are back at it with the high heat on Saturday, though. Forecast triple-digit heat indices expected for the majority of the Tennessee Valley. The one thing that could cool us off, and probably will for many of us, is a good chance at some showers and storms across the region tomorrow. Forecast highs range from 91 in Guntersville tomorrow to 98 in Huntsville and up to 100 once again in Muscle Shoals. Just a touch cooler than that on Sunday, but still pretty hot with highs around the mid-90s for most of us as we wrap up the weekend. Here's what's going on, kind of the big picture. We have this ridge of high pressure. We may have heard this called this heat dome. That's exactly what's planted over the southern U.S. today. On the periphery of this high pressure is where we have our storm track, the jet stream. So we've seen this pattern recently. That continues to be the case today. The storm's tracking on the periphery of that ridge of high pressure, and that is very well connoted here on the severe weather risk map today. Almost a horseshoe shape stretching from the high plains back toward the southeast, including us in parts of North Alabama, where we do have a level 2 risk in place for severe weather late today and overnight tonight. Right now on 31 Triple Doppler, it is completely dry. We are keeping an eye on a cluster of storms developing to our north and west around Missouri, southern Illinois, and Kentucky. Severe thunderstorm watch is currently in place for those locations. If this system organizes into a strong cluster of storms, it could track southeastward into Tennessee and then perhaps North Alabama overnight tonight. I would say it's very likely the next several hours that we are dry, but there's at least that slight chance at some strong storms overnight that could potentially bring us large hail and damaging winds. Now, future radar does not show any of that stormy weather moving through North Alabama. In fact, that's probably more likely to be the case, but again, just be aware there is that possibility of strong storms overnight tonight. Better chance that stormy weather returns tomorrow afternoon into the early evening hours. These will be scattered, so not everyone gets that rain, but some of you will. And same situation expected on Sunday. Primarily in the afternoon and early evening is when we can expect some strong, potentially severe storms to pass through the region. 10-day forecast shows a very slow and steady cool down to the low 90s by next Monday into the 4th of July holiday, and we'll keep those good chances for daily pop-up showers and storms virtually all of next week.
Looks like a summer forecast.
Yeah, pretty typical.